Okay, hey guys. So we don't have any viewers yet. Hopefully we get more. We have Rachel on here with us. She's a what kind of teacher are you?
I taught autistic kids ages 11 through 23 for the past 2 years.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. So we're gonna get right to discussing the Girl Meets I Am Farkle episode. So Rachel, as a teacher, what did you think of it?
I thought it was fabulous. I actually have even met friends with Asperger's that I went to college with, and they definitely, everything they did was it was tactfully done, it was tastefully done. I was impressed. I was very impressed.
I thought they did good too. I loved the opening scene with Corey, how
Yeah,
he explained like everybody. There's like you don't need labels. I love
Yep.
that.
Like,
What
I
did you
love
guys
that
think?
part. Yeah.
What did you think, Dustin and Kendra?
I mean, I don't work with kids with special needs, but I have a big heart for that, and so I was really proud that they were able to incorporate that into an episode because I feel like in television they don't talk about things like autism very much.
No, they don't.
And I thought this was an episode that could really be inspirational for kids that are going through that, or just adults in general.
Anyone, yeah.
Who's going through that. And I knew a couple people in college that had Asperger's, and so just the symptoms they talked about in the episode kind of lined up with the people that I knew. So at least to me, it felt like it was pretty accurate and a pretty fair representation.
Yeah, I thought it was good. I thought the one performance that really got to me was not only Corey because he was amazing, but the girl who plays Smackle. I
Yeah.
thought she did fantastic portraying somebody with that. Like it was just not that I've ever really been around somebody like with Asperger's.
Yeah.
But you like the way she portrayed that, you could tell Smackle was definitely on the spectrum. You know what I mean? Just from information that I do know about it.
Yeah, and the other thing I like too is the kids that I've worked with, you could physically tell that they have autism, and the fact that they hinted at Farkle having it, where he has no physical depictions of that, I thought that was really interesting as well.
Yeah, I did too.
You know, 'cause usually you see someone, you're like, oh, they have Down syndrome, autism. You would look at Farkle's picture and have no idea, you know?
Yeah. And so this is one thing that happened in the episode that I don't know why this is the case. I didn't see it coming that Smackle would have Asperger's, and that's weird because normally I see twists like that coming in the show, but I didn't because maybe I just didn't make the connection. But I think it was really well how they did it, and how that both her and Farkle were supportive of each other throughout the whole process. I really like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I loved how all the kids stood by Farkle, you know, to make him feel, you know, you're not, even if you have it, there's nothing wrong.
Right. I love that part. That they like took the time to like learn about it.
Yes.
And because I think that's really important for like anyone.
Right.
Like any friends going dealing with like anything.
And his parents too, you know, Minkus was all about being perfect, and now here
Yeah.
his son might be imperfect, and he didn't bat an eye, you know.
Right. Yeah.
And I love Jennifer. I love seeing her again.
Yeah. That was so. Ever since they said that Farkle's mom was going to be someone from Boy Meets World, and they said it was going to be the last person that would ever marry Minkus. I was like, I bet it's Jennifer. I thought that. And then like I got spoiled because I saw it on the internet like a month ago. But even seeing her, I think she did a better job than I expected her to. And I thought the actress really kind of got back to the character really well for someone who only appeared in like 2 episodes of Boy Meets World. Like,
Right.
and so I really liked her portrayal in that. And I thought she was really good. I thought the dynamic between her and Minkus was really good. And I loved Corey calling her a monster. I just thought it was really good.
Yeah, I know, that was fun. He was so funny. Like, when they showed him with Topanga's like, Corey, you know, she's not the way she used to be.
Right.
That was hilarious. And then he's like, you know, you aren't really a monster anymore. She just kind of sits there. It was so funny. I like seeing her back again.
Yep.
I'm trying to put a tweet out right now.
Have we getting any questions anywhere?
I don't know. Can you guys check that out real quick on the Facebook? I don't even know how many viewers we have. Oh, we have 24 viewers. Awesome. I was afraid we weren't gonna get any. I'm like, oh my god, we're not gonna have any viewers tonight. I'm so glad about that. Yeah. Do you have any comments? Okay, wait a minute. I have an email. Well, you guys look for comments. Let me look at the.
So I have a Twitter question.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah, Dustin, take over for me for a minute so I can invite these guys.
Cool. All right. So this is from Brianna, and she said, "Do you think Girl Meets World will talk about other kinds of disabilities? What do you guys think?"
I would imagine. I mean,
I think so.
I think so.
I do too, because if we're gonna see more of her,
Yeah.
I would imagine they'll touch. You know what I mean? Like, they won't really touch on it because they touched on her already.
Yeah.
But I think we'll absolutely see more of her, see more of that, and see more.
Yeah. I definitely think we'll see them talk about more disabilities. I don't know if they'll do more episodes about specific ones, but I do think that'll be a part of the show. And I think it's really well done. I think this is one of the best episodes of the show so far.
Yeah, definitely.
I think the message is really strong.
And Corey was fantastic. Like, I'm so glad he got.
Hey.
Hey, how are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Doing fine, doing excellent.
Now that we're
Oh, great. Okay, so he's a teacher as well.
Yes, I am.
Welcome.
What do you teach again? What is it you teach again?
I currently teach middle school music, choir, general music. Last year, I took a year off from teaching choir, and I taught special needs it was a long term, with a woman needing surgery on her back. So I was a substitute for about 2 to 3 months with special needs kids, life skills, reading, and I got to work with them pretty closely. But throughout teaching, whether it was high school, whether it was middle school, I still had various forms of autism in my room, and a lot of kids with 504 plans, with IEPs. So I've seen a lot of those.
What did you think of the episode?
Oh my gosh, they just keep getting better and better and better, and I thought it was a wonderful way to present that to the age group that Girl Meets World is aimed at. You know what I mean? A lot of people are saying, well, they may have not have covered this much, or maybe they didn't present it in the best way possible. And I'm thinking, or I say to them, like I do with every other episode, do you realize who this is really aimed at? It's not aimed at us necessarily, even though it does really touch in personal ways with older adults.
Yeah.
It's aimed at them. It's not for us. It's for them. And I talked with my niece. My niece is 10 years old, and she said, I really didn't know this stuff.
Yeah.
She was really just astounded by that.
Yeah.
And it opens up conversation for kids to have with their parents.
Yes.
Which is, I think, it's awesome. So.
I think more than any other episode, this one really was a conversation starter.
Yes.
And I really like that about it. And I also, going back to your point, something you mentioned about how some people were talking about how it could have been done better, or wasn't done as well as it could have been. It's also they got like 22 minutes of screen time. And I thought for something that only has 22 minutes of screen time, I thought they incorporated autism the best that they could.
Absolutely.
They did a really good job of that.
I agree.
Well, they also added a little plot twist to it with the Smackle. I love how they use their side characters. That's something that was good in Boy Meets World, but something that's also good in this show is they have these side characters that do a couple of little things, couple of lines, or a couple of episodes, and they develop those characters.
Yeah.
And they make it so it's so well rounded.
Yes, and I thought she did a great job portraying what she had to portray as well.
Yeah.
You did.
Okay, I think Allison is going to join us in a minute too. She's also a teacher. I'm glad
Cool, this is awesome.
Yeah.
that I got her on there.
So here's a question that I just found.
Okay.
It's from Tiffany on Facebook, and she said, "What do you think of the interactions between Lucas and Smackle?" I thought they're pretty funny.
That was funny.
Yeah, it was great.
They were funny, yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else. I like how they, like we talked about before, we like the support of the parents. But it was interesting seeing the guidance counselor as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about that. I was thinking, when is the last time we saw a guidance counselor in, the other show and then in this show? And I thought it was probably that Boy Meets World episode where Sean. Well, no. I'm trying to remember if it was. I think it was Sean.
Yeah.
She was helping him cheat to go to Europe or something, and
Yeah.
she had that really husky voice or whatever. And I thought that's the last time we saw the counselor, and I thought that was interesting to bring that other person in that profession into there. And I appreciated that. First of all, let me tell you this. I know we were talking about the I Am Farkle episode, but when I saw Girl Meets the New Teacher, I flipped my wig. I could not believe that what they were covering on that episode. I was just flipping out. I thought, this is awesome. And then, of course, there's all that. But yeah, involving these teachers and giving them these backstories I appreciate it so much.
Yeah, I know, it's great.
I think it shows.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I think it shows just how well the writers are at thinking through this and really adding some different layers to the stories. And I just think they do a really good job. And I think, again, like we said, it keeps getting better and better and better.
Yeah.
I was thinking, I had been thinking, who is Farkle's mom going to be? And I was just like, what are they going to do? And I, at once, a long time ago, thought it might be Jennifer.
Yeah.
I thought, well, you never know. And the way they brought that in was pretty awesome, and I was glad that they chose her because that was fun to watch.
So, that's a good. Sorry. That's a good segue into a question that I saw a couple minutes ago. And someone asked on the forum, do we think they made the right choice in choosing Farkle's mom? So do we think Jennifer was the right choice? Do we think that was a good character? Or do you think
I do.
Direction?
I do, because it was funny to see her and Minkus interact. I was thinking that tonight, and I rewatched it right before we came on here. I'm like, you know what? Jennifer was a good pick. Just the way Minkus is, and it was great. I loved it. I think she was fantastic.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
We had a question on the Facebook. I'm gonna go back to it here. My computer's kind of going.
Oh God.
What was your favorite part of Friday's app? Did we ask that one?
I don't think we talked about it.
No.
So Kendra, what was your favorite part of Friday night's episode?
I really like the classroom scenes with Corey, talking to the class about labels and not being living under a label and being themselves. I thought that was really important.
I loved Corey's scene, Corey Fogelmanis, not Corey Matthews, but Corey Fogelmanis' scene in the end, where he talked about, he was standing in the classroom and he was like, I am Farkle. And
That one too. I like that one too. Yeah.
That one was my favorite. What was your favorite?
Who?
I can't remember her name, the one in the glasses.
Rachel?
Yes.
I apologize. My favorite was actually when they said that Corey's apartment at Riley's house was the first place that Farkle wanted to go when they told him he would have, it's like all he wanted was to tell his friends, and I thought that was really, really sweet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And that just like shows like Corey or Farkle's like value in friendship.
Mhm.
Yeah, the way they said it, it was almost like, did he want to tell them because they're his best friends, or did he want to tell them to make sure that they still would like him, you know? And
Yeah.
it was cool. I liked it.
I don't know if this is my favorite part of the episode, but one thing that I just thought was hilarious was the fact that they were giving away free penguins with the sign that said "keep refrigerated." I thought that was a really clever joke.
I quite enjoyed one of the. All right, let's talk about the little thing. One of the little things that I enjoyed about the episode was when she presented the. You know, there was this question, you know, from the beginning of the show whether he was a real boy or whatever, and I really appreciated the fact that they were making bets. Did you see when
That was funny.
Yeah,
that was funny, and I thought that was cool. But one of my other favorite scenes was the way they brought in and I'm not talking about shipping. I'm not. I promise. But the way the Farkle Smackle thing that had been going on, you know, in bits and pieces. We knew Smackle liked him. She made it obvious. But the way they kind of brought that together and used this situation, particularly to actually finally bring them together, was very deep. You know, it was like, oh, that's a cute little moment with you're holding my hand. You know, it's a cute moment, but they used a very serious topic to really truly bring them together, and I appreciated that. The scene outside and the hand, that was really nice.
Seth, he's like the main admin of the website. It's his website, but I help him with it. He can't. He's working, so he's not unable to join us on video. But he said to me that he wants Smackle to be a semi-regular, and I agree. I think she's a great addition to the cast, and I think it'd be fantastic to see more of her.
I like her.
So I wrote about this in my blog for my review of the episode, and I said that I would like to see her in that, not necessarily like a full regular, but in like that kind of reoccurring regular, kind of like Zane, where every 2 or 3 episodes you're there, and you're kind of going to school if that's what you want to call it with them, but you just don't see them every episode.
Right.
And so I know they're going to high school next year, so they're moving to a new school, and so I think it'd be interesting if maybe they wrote in the story that Smackle decided to leave and go to the public school with somebody else. I just think that would be really interesting. Yeah, I agree.
It would be.
Do we have any other questions?
I'm looking.
One of the funny moments for me too was Corey was all to look at her when he was talking about Mrs. Minkus. That was funny. Let me see if we have any Twitter comments. Somebody said, "I'm listening. Kisses from Argentina." Hello, Argentina. We love that you guys are listening.
Seriously.
One of you from Argentina. That is awesome. If any of you guys are listening out there, make sure to ask us questions. You can comment on Facebook. You can tweet us at BMWSequel.com, but it's not a period. It's .com. You could comment on the YouTube link down below in the comment section, or you could go on the forums and you can comment there as a guest, which is very easy to do. So if you guys have any comments or anything, just like comment on Facebook. Do you have anything more to add, Rachel?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Seth wants to know how they liked the sentimental moments of Smackle leaving the classroom, how Farkle was a Smackle at the table outside of the restaurant, especially with the guitar music, which Seth thinks they brought back from Boy Meets World. He said he loved the serious moments, and it also showed a lot of potential from the cast members, which he loved. I agree,
Really
Seth.
did.
I love that too.
I completely agree. I absolutely love that scene. The first time I was watching it, I wasn't really sure exactly where they were going. But the second time I watched it, every time I watch it, I really love that scene. I just think it's really well written and really well done.
Did any of you guys read Rowan's essay on white feminism?
Oh yes! Wow!
Okay, you go ahead
Wow!
and
Where did
discuss
she
that right now while I
go
find the
that?
link for Dustin.
Gosh!
Yeah, please find me because I have not.
Yes, I'm gonna send it to you.
I hear it's good though. Everyone.
It's really good.
It's like,
Right,
whoa!
like-
Hey, you're how old are you again?
Like seriously though.
Like, and is she still 13?
She's still 13.
Yes, she does
That's-
not turn 14 until October.
I wasn't. Me and my friends were not as. How do I put this? We were not as invested in things like she is when we were 18. Like, it drives me crazy. It's awesome. I love it, but I can't. It's hard to fathom that.
And yeah, it was great. Like we had a lot of comments. You know, she's 13. There's no way she wrote that, and blah blah blah.
That's
But like, people need to understand that Rowan is very intelligent.
she is.
I believe she wrote it.
Well, and I haven't read it, so I can't speak.
All right, I found it, Dustin. Here you go.
Good. But I saw her. I watched her give a speech at some conference she was in, and I was like, "That's crazy for a 13-year-old."
Oh, the UN Women's Conference.
Yes.
Yes, that was awesome. I love that.
Said I'm gonna read it out loud. It's a bit long. But I'm gonna read it out loud, and you guys, while I'm doing that, those of you that are like doing over the questions, Kendra, check YouTube comments for me. Dustin, you can check other places. I'm gonna read her post for those that might not have read it.
Okay. Cool.
Somebody asked her on Tumblr. They said, "Ro, I want to ask your opinions on the term white feminism and how common feminism might exclude women of color and non-CIS queer women." And they put in parentheses, example, women are stronger because they have periods, or men don't have to think about how they dress when in public. Rowan says, "Hi, this is such an important thing to be discussing. I have made a very big point at making sure my personal feminism includes everyone, and educating myself and discussing these topics have really helped. Issues that are commonly thought of as feminist issues include sexual assault, rape, abortion, Planned Parenthood, domestic violence, equal education, and the wage gap. Feminists have also adopted marriage equality and gay lesbian rights as their issue, which is wonderful. However, with as many issues as feminists have succeeded in adopting, many of us seem to not have accepted the fact that police brutality and race issues are our issues too. White feminism forgets all about intersectional, I keep like messing up when I'm reading. Intersectional feminism. The way a black woman experiences sexism and inequality is different from the way white woman experiences sexism and inequality. Likewise, with trans women and Hispanic people, or Hispanic women, while white women are making 78 cents to the dollar, Native American women are making 65 cents, black women are making 64 cents, and Hispanic women are making 54 cents. Kimberly Crenshaw said it perfectly in 1989 when she said the view that women experience oppression in varying configurations and in varying degrees of intensity, cultural patterns of oppression are not only interrelated but are bound together and influenced by the intersectional systems of society. Examples of these include race, gender, class, ability, and authenticity. This includes trans women, especially, who have been robbed of their souls when they are told they are not real women. It is so important to protect trans women and trans youth, as they are incredibly at risk when it comes to sexual assault and hate crimes. People also seem to forget that black women are victims of police violence too, from Sandra Bland to India Clark, a trans woman who was beaten to death in Florida just a month ago. The fact that I don't know how this, Amanda Stenberg wrote this beautiful and useful piece. She was automatically labeled the angry black girl. Says enough. We are quick to applaud white women for commenting on race issues like Black Lives Matter and say her name, but when a black girl comments on it, she is told she's overreacting or being angry. Comments like the one you mentioned in your question drive me insane. I have personally seen men get called gay, a fag, and the P word, which I don't really want to say on air, for wearing anything remotely feminine. Gay is simply not an insult. Also, let's not forget that black men cannot wear hoodies without being stereotyped as thugs. To only acknowledge feminism from one-sided view when the literal definition is the equality of the sexes is not feminism at all. We need to be talking about this more. Discussing needs to change, and then she puts XO row. This post went viral. I mean, several large media outlets picked up on this, and I thought it was beautiful. But like people were like, she couldn't have written that. She couldn't have written this because she's only 13 and blah blah blah. It's like, give her credit. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I have read that actually, but I read it. I think I read it on Twitter. So someone screenshotted it and put it on Twitter, and it may have been her. I don't even remember, but I have read that, and so I think every time I see her write anything or give a speech about like the issues of our day, I'm blown away, but it also gives me a lot of hope for the younger generation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's awesome, and I'm really excited.
Right. Well, I teach. Like I said, I teach middle school, and there are kids that think like that. There are kids that are able to put their thoughts and their words into form like that and present it. The wonderful thing about Rowan is she has such a big platform because she's so popular. Now, not only for this show, and of course now she's even more popular because of this essay that she's presented, but she has a voice that is heard. And it's wonderful because, of course, this show, I feel like this show is all about giving a voice anyway to this generation.
Right.
It is.
When and Rowan is a perfect example of somebody who is taking her voice and using it for something extremely positive. And it's just so encouraging. But yeah, these kids have these thoughts, and they're at an age, this is an age, 12 and 13, maybe even 11, where there's so many questions going on in their mind. Well, why is this going on? And why is this happening to me? Why is this happening to others? And it's very encouraging to see somebody absolutely give this strong opinion. That's another thing they need, is they need strong role models, particularly interesting role models that are the same age. They could have role models that are, say, 17 and 18 or however old, but we're talking about a girl who's 13, and other 12 and 13-year-olds and 14-year-olds, they can see her as a peer and say, wow, if she's got this strong opinion, what can I say? And maybe I need to speak up.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm trying to.
They can see her as a peer and say, wow, she's got this strong opinion. What can I say? And maybe I need to speak up. I'm hearing myself talk back, and I'm like, is that me?
Yeah. No,
I'm trying to fix this. I don't know what's going on.
I hear myself talking, and I just said that, and I don't know what's going on.
So, to go back to what you said, I completely agree. And I think Michael Jacobs.
Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Wait a minute.
I'll pause.
oh
my gosh, what's going on?
Okay, I fixed it.
I was like, what the crap?
I'm sorry. So I was like, is it just me or is it screwing up? I was trying to enable the comments on YouTube, and it was like interfering. I apologize to everybody who's listening right now for that.
Sorry.
So, can I talk without hearing myself 30 seconds ago now?
Yeah.
Are we good? Are we good to go? Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
So going back to what you said, I completely agree, and that's one thing from the very beginning of the show. Michael Jacobs was really big on I'm here myself. So Michael Jacobs is about having someone from their team to be the age group of the kids going through, because Disney wanted on their standard get someone who's 3 or 4 years older, so that they can kind of look up to that. Michael Jacobs is really big on wanting someone their age, and I think Rowan has just been the perfect person for that. Not only in the way that he acts in the show, but also the way that he's going to use her influence to inspire so many young middle schoolers and kids.
Mm-hmm.
We have some comments on Facebook. I gotta get to it, but till then,
yeah.
Dustin, can you do that for me?
Sure. Yeah. Have you guys answered the? There's a weird question. What is Smackle's real name?
Isadora.
Isadora Smackle.
Oh, and I wanted to say I got a couple tweets. Somebody tweeted us, the one from Argentina. She said, Rowan is the same age as I am, and I have to say that she inspires me. She's amazing.
Yeah.
Somebody else said, do you think they will put more serious things like Girl Meets World more often? If so, what do you think they'll be about?
I think they will. I just don't know what about.
I think it'll
tweeted the other day that she has talked to the writers about them bringing in a gay character, like a gay character. I don't know if it would be a regular or just kind of like a one episode type deal to touch on that.
Mm-hmm.
I personally think that would be excellent if they did that, because I think that's a serious topic to touch on. And I know that when we posted, one of the times the writers did a tweet question thing, and they said that they were discussing it. So we posted on the Facebook about it and on the website, and I mean, there was so much negativity about that. Like, I felt so bad because people were like, I'm not going to let my kids watch this and that. And it's like, I get it. Everybody has the right to their own views and stuff.
Right.
But, wow.
I think it's going to happen. I don't know if it'll be a regular. Because I've always kind of thought that at the bare minimum we'll do an episode on it like they did with Asperger. And I would love it if they had like a reoccurring character, kind of like a Smackle or a Zay that was gay and it was in the show on a regular basis. I don't think they'll make like main 4 characters for it.
Right.
They could. I don't expect them to do that, but. I hope they talk about that issue because it's so important, especially today, with everything that's going on in our society the last 5 years.
Yeah.
I think I saw Rowan post something about like them possibly doing an episode about racism. I couldn't find it, but I think she recently posted that on Twitter. Which should be
I have somebody presented a question. Are we going to see more of Mr. Feeney? And I think I remember something specifically about Michael Jacobs saying that he wanted to start with this mentor type thing going on. Like, for example, the premiere of season 1 was Mr. Feeney being over there being like, well done, Mr. Matthews. Yep. And then the premiere of season 2 was Mr. Feeney coming on and proving, hey, he's actually alive, he's not a ghost. And I think he mentioned he wanted to have that at the beginning of each season. So, with that in mind, it's very likely that we will see Mr. Feeney again, possibly premiere of season 3, which we hope will happen. I'm pretty sure if Disney Channel decided, hey, we're not going to do this, that's a pretty bad move considering the ratings and the turnout. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. I just want to say this real quick, just because, and I say this all the time, but Disney, if you look at Disney Channel over the last 10 years, the big shows that they have, and Girl Meets World is one of their top 2 or 3 shows, their big shows get 4 seasons, almost always. And so to me, I'm not worried about Girl Meets World being canceled until we're done with season 4. I'm just not.
The first show not even did that with was Kim Possible. I'm pretty sure it was Kim Possible. I think. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, you're right. They do get 4 series, or you'll do like Sweet Life of Zach and Cody and get split into 2 shows.
And I heard somewhere on Twitter by somebody at one point in time that Michael Jacobs had said in an interview that they were going to do like 4 seasons of Girl Meets World and then do a spinoff. But I have not found confirmation of that anywhere, so I don't know if that's true.
Okay.
Do not hold me to that. Anybody who's viewing this, don't hold me to that. Don't run with that.
I want to see. I would love to see him and Eric in a scene.
Oh, they've got to.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry, who did you say?
Eric.
Eric and Feeny.
Oh, yes. This is not necessarily a question, but this is based off of the tweet sent by the Girl Meets writers on September 11th at 9:05. I don't know if we've covered this. Have you guys talked about that tweet yet?
No.
Okay. Well, first of all, let's break it down. It says, tonight, a new level. Do you agree or disagree that Girl Meets I Am Farkle was a new level for Girl Meets World?
Yes. I do.
I think it's a new level, but I think it's up there with some of the other episodes they've done.
But, yeah.
But I would say this one's a little bit above the other ones, yes. I think there are certain episodes that are like the big episodes, and I think this is one of them.
Yes. Yes. All right, the next thing he said, of course, he said, next we match it, which we've seen the preview for Girl Meets Corey and Topanga, which I am so excited about.
Me too.
And I think I'm really looking forward to that, how they put them into the show. That's really exciting. And then it says, then we beat it, which is Girl Meets Riley Town. I don't know what that episode is about. Does anybody know what that episode is about?
I think
really,
it's about cyberbullying, I think.
Okay.
That's the one I think. Now,
Okay. I'd like to get to some Facebook comments, and let me see your tweets. Okay, we're getting some tweets here. I'm going to do some tweets.
Okay.
While I'm doing that, Dustin, could you check Facebook for me?
on it.
What was your reaction to the show not winning an Emmy yesterday? My reaction is I don't even know who the show is that won. So I'm like, I really do think that they should have. I think Girl Meets World should have won, especially for the lessons and stuff that they touch on.
Mm-hmm.
My reaction is next year.
I figured it out.
I Am Farkle.
Hey.
Oh, you finally did it!
I finally got in. It was ridiculous. Like, you're here, but you're alone. I was like, well, this is sad. But I finally got it. Okay, start it or up. Go on.
Okay. Hey, well, while you're on here, what did you think of the episode for Girl Meets I Am Farkle? Guys, this is Kim. She's a teacher. You can explain to them, like,
teacher. Yes, right here. Hello.
Hey. I thought it was really good. They did a good job of kind of explaining a little bit about what they go through and how their struggles are and a little bit of their behavior and stuff. And it was all pretty much portrayed pretty accurately from what I've seen and used in with kids that I work with. So.
What age do you teach?
Right now I teach 2nd grade. I worked in another school for 2 years in a special education room in 1st through 3rd grade. They all had different spectrums of autism, so it was really fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Good.
Somebody else on Twitter said, how would you feel if Maya or Riley were lesbian and dated? I mean, it wouldn't bother me any, but they're not going to go there. That was Casey. Did ask that. Another tweet. Before Pluto, did Riley or any new characters meet Feeny? No. They didn't have Mr. Feeny on there. Dustin, do you have any comments on Facebook?
I have one thing that I just want to say, and I want to clear up, and I'm probably going to clear this up in the next 2 years, but I want to do it again anyway. Here's a question that says, are they still talking about moving and continuing the series to ABC Family or Netflix? Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't know.
That is so funny because Seth just said to me on AIM, he was like, they'll probably move it to ABC Family. I don't know.
So
this is giving them a lot of free. Right.
Okay.
But go ahead. Sorry, Dustin. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
So this is my theory that I've had for a long time, and this is based off of the track record of Disney and what they do with their shows. I think Girl Meets World will get 4 seasons on Disney Channel. I don't know, because at that point they'll be older high school or done with high school, depending on how they write it. And I think at that point it might move to another network if the fan reaction is such that there's enough push for it to go to another network and be successful. So potentially down the road, but I think they're going to be on Disney Channel at least through season 3 and season 4. Now, here's one thing I want to say: a lot of people want to see the show move because they want to see them do more mature themes, which kind of annoys me because I think they do a great job right now with what they do, and I think that as they get older, so they're going to high school next year, I think it's going to be another level up as far as what they talk about and the things they do. What I love about Girl Meets World is it's real, right? It's
Right.
real. I don't want the middle schoolers doing stuff that people in college do, like on a regular basis.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And you have to think about like
But
the
that's
actors and like what age they are.
Yeah.
And what age they can like they're basically playing to their age for the most part. So you got to think about like put that into like factor as well.
So I apologize for my rant, guys. That just kind of
No, I'm glad you shared that.
Somebody asked, can you introduce yourselves and are you involved with the show? I'm Mar. I am the administrator of not the main administrator, but an administrator with BMWSequel.com or BMWSequel.com. Seth is the head admin. He's not here, but he's like messaging me his comments. He created the website. He's the one behind it. So shout out to you, Seth. And then you guys can go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell them like who you are.
Okay. I am Dustin Rutledge. I run a Girl Meets World blog called The Long Game. And you can find the blog on Twitter or Facebook. Just look for GMW Long Game. It's at GMW Long Game on Twitter, and Facebook, I think is GMW Long Game. But I gotta double check. Give me a second. I should know this because it's my Facebook. Give me a second. GMW Long Game on Twitter and on Facebook. So you can follow my blog there.
All right, Kendra, go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Kendra. I initially thought of the idea of doing Google Hangouts, so I'm glad everyone's enjoying them. And I have a blog site as well, GMWLifeLessons.com. I just post reviews about each episode or my thoughts on the show. And I'm on Twitter, and my Twitter name is KendraFelder18. So, yeah.
Okay, one of you guys can go next.
I guess Kendra.
Go ahead, Kim.
If you don't want to.
Kim. Hello?
What? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
My name is Kim. I am. What?
They want you to introduce yourself.
I teach second grade. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes, I can hear you.
I feel like it was really delayed. My name is Kim. I am a second grade teacher currently. I work in South Carolina now. I worked in a special education classroom for 2 years in a first through third grade classroom with mainly autistic children in Illinois, and I moved to South Carolina last year. So I've been watching Boy Meets World since the beginning. I have all the seasons, and I watch Girl Meets World every week.
That's what I like to hear.
Well, my name is Kaylin. I am a music teacher from Alabama, actually. That's why I was saying y'all earlier, because it's so natural to talk like this. But anyway, I've been teaching voice for a long time. I am a choir director right now of a middle school, but earlier this year I was a long-term sub for special needs and did life skills and reading with them and really enjoyed that. And I've had different students come through my room and have them now with different types of autism. So this was a very special episode for me. I actually started watching Boy Meets World when it came on Disney Channel in syndication. My sister, who's slightly older than me, watched it when it was on the air on ABC, but when it started running on Disney Channel in 2001 era, then I actually got to see the whole series, except for the few episodes that they didn't show for various reasons, like the alcohol episode and the prom episode, were not showed on Disney Channel for, you know. But anyway, I'm a big fan. I make sure that my 10-year-old niece and 6-year-old nephew are watching the show and are very updated, because it's important for me that they see that and they get into it, because they do get into it. And my niece is just all apart when she sees Lucas come on the television. So, yeah.
So, two things. First, to the two of you, thank you for teaching.
Yes.
Yes.
That's really important to me. So thank you for investing in the lives of the younger generations. I really do appreciate that.
Appreciate
Um.
And whenever y'all, I just saw another question whenever y'all are.
Okay. After you do that, there's something I want to address. Touch on.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to ask my question?
Go ahead and ask the question, and I'm gonna bring it up, and then I have.
Question. Just 'cause I'm curious to see what y'all think. Are there any other current events or topics that you'd like to see covered on Girl Meets World?
I would love to see them touch on self-harm.
Ooh.
That's a good topic.
Because I
Good topic.
would just love to see what approach they would take with that.
Mm-hmm.
I have had an idea in my head from the beginning of the show, and it is a major topic, and a lot of people are dealing with it. My father dealt with it earlier this year. That is cancer. A physical ailment of some sort, because not only would that, I mean, that really would affect the entire show. Now, that may be, you know, I would want it early in the show, but down the road a little bit, if there was some type of physical ailment that they were able to get through and succeed with during some sort of awareness month, possibly, if that would be a big deal, because that's something they definitely do not cover on Disney Channel. But it only me personally, because of you know, what I went through this year with my father. And
What is
I would,
it?
you know, I'm sorry?
What is it?
Cancer.
Oh, yes.
Some physical ailment.
Yes. My
Whether a
grandma
parent
passed away
or a
from that.
grandparent or a friend, you know, if they covered that, that would get some massive attention.
There was also something else that I was thinking about that would be good. I can't remember at all what I was thinking about.
Maybe they can cover the addiction to pumpkin spice lattes.
Somebody on Twitter, she's been tweeting me, and I told her I was going to bring this up. She said, "What do you think the writers mean in this tweet?" And the tweet she's referring to is, "Once a cowboy from Austin had stories O'Reilly got lost in. Her friend thought him doofy and Ranger Rick goofy. I wonder what happens next."
I have
This
no
is
clue.
just a theory I have.
Is that confusing? I don't. He's just talking
It's
about
a riddle or a rhyme or whatever. What my personal opinion on what I think is going to happen is, I'm wondering if Lucas is not going to reveal in one of those Texas episodes that he likes Maya, because I don't think the writers will go the route that, oh, Maya suddenly has feelings for Lucas. I don't think it's going to be like that, because that wouldn't be right to the friendship. So if they took it a different direction and having Lucas be the one to have feelings for Maya, it doesn't really interfere in the friendship of Maya and Riley. It does a little bit, because, you know, Riley would probably be like, what? You know what I mean? But, like, I would probably have it be that she encourages them to, like, try it out. Because I think it's going to be revealed that she likes Farkle.
Mm-hmm.
That's my personal opinion. You guys can give your input.
Well, I have not been shy in the past that I am a big fan of Maya and Josh, but not now, because Maya's way too young for that. But I do think Maya and something will go on between Maya and Lucas. I don't know if it's going to be a serious thing this season, because I don't think they're doing serious relationship season 2. I think they're waiting until season 3 for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think something's. I don't think. I know something's going to go down in Texas. And so I'm excited to see that 3-part episode. Yeah, that's my thought process on that.
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Our guests of the show.
I think pretty much the same thing. That tweet kind of confused me. I looked at it and I was just like, I don't know what to think of it.
One thing I want to bring up before I forget, and I'm gonna let this show run over a little bit just because we started a little bit late. So if you guys aren't doing anything and can be around to talk a little bit longer, maybe like 15 minutes more or something, I'll do that. Because as Seth said, we are gaining listeners. So
how many people we got already?
We have 25 views.
Oh, cool.
Viewers. Corey Fogelmanis, who plays Farkle, he tweeted it the other night.
Oh, I thought he tweeted
before the show aired about I Am Farkle. He said, "I'm very proud of the episode. I hope the message doesn't get lost in all of the nonsense shipping." I thought that was great. I applaud him for doing that. And yes, I put my opinions out there. But I like to talk about it. I like to discuss it. I'm not so much into it as like, oh my God, they better put Maya with Lucas or this and that.
Right.
I hope Maya and Lucas end up together. But if they don't, I don't care if they don't. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really mind what direction they go in it. I just like talking about it. Plus, I know that the younger viewers in today's generation, that's just how it is. But I think a lot of people got the message. And I get where it's like, you know, a lot of the fans out there are more into the shipping than, you know, than the actual episodes. So you guys can go ahead and put your opinions there. I know Seth.
Let me tell you this.
Yeah.
The first time I heard this term, I thought, they were talking about two members of One Direction. And I said, where are you mailing them to? I don't understand. Where are you shipping them to? And she said, no, it's where they two get together. And I'm like, what? Okay, so there's a term. So what do I think about this? I think the viewers get a lot out of it because a lot of things are based on romance. Like, there was a clip of one of the other Disney Channel episodes where they're talking about somebody else in a relationship because that's what they think about. They think about this boy or that girl all the time, okay? Before Boy Meets World, boy meets what? Girl. Girl meets boy. That's what's going on in their mind. So they've got
what I've said.
Ma'am?
That's what I've said about it. You know, we didn't have social media in the 90s, but people did ship Corey and Topanga and Sean and Angela. It just wasn't out there for the world to see. I mean, my goodness, they had that website when Corey and Topanga got married.
Yeah.
I remember exactly what it was. Maybe somebody can refresh me. It was you voted on something to do with a wedding or something. I can't really remember.
I've really thought about this. I thought, what if Michael Jacobs had a Twitter account when in the 90s when Boy Meets World?
Yeah.
You know, like next week a wedding. After that, a honeymoon from Hades. You know, I mean, I thought, what would it look like? I thought, pretty fun.
You know, the one thing, and this is my opinion, and a lot of the younger viewers would disagree with me on this. So I grew up. Okay, part of this is a fact. Part of it's been fact. I grew up watching Boy Meets World on Friday nights on TGIF with my family the entire time it was running. And so I like the fact that we weren't spoiled and didn't know what was going to happen beforehand.
Yeah.
That's the one negative thing about Twitter and the Twitter account is a lot of things are getting spoiled. Now, granted, last 3 or 4 months, Michael Jacobs just decreased the amount that he tweets substantially. And even the last Q&A they had, they didn't give away a whole lot. They just kind of teased the different episodes, but they didn't give specifics away. Whereas previously, I felt like they'd given a lot more away than I wanted to do.
Mm-hmm, I agree.
But maybe I'm just an old mid-20s guy that doesn't like to get spoiled and doesn't like Twitter. I don't know.
No, you are so right though. But I maybe he is revealing less because the material is better. And I believe that's why, he may be like, okay, maybe I don't need to give all this information away. But I like seeing some stuff and being, I like, the outline, okay, we know that something's coming and it's going to be good, but we don't know all the information. And yet, if the material is really, really, really good, I always like to be impressed. And one episode that's coming up that I don't really want to know much about is Forgiveness. I really want to just see that for the first time.
See that.
Yep. Steph said, tell them the fans are leaking clips from On Demand to Instagram and Tumblr. And he thinks it's annoying. And he's glad that the writers have toned down on the spoilers on Twitter.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing he wanted me to tell you guys, he said, I praise Corey so much for that tweet. People constantly look for subtle hints, if any, of the characters giving away hints. of them teasing other and whatnot. Just enjoy the show. Let me see if we have any Twitter comments.
Here's one thing. I'm almost. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Just enjoy the show for like what it is.
One thing I love about the Farkle and Smackle, I had to think of her name for a second. Dynamic, and in the episode on Friday was that. Yeah, there's always been this question of she likes him, and we're not sure if he likes her, but something may or may not develop. But what I like about it is there's not a lot of people shipping them, and that's kind of, if that's going to move forward, it kind of came about organically. And that's something I really like about it. It wasn't, and I don't think the writers write the fan service. I don't. But there's a section of the fans that are pushing for that to happen. And that's what I think makes that a little special in ways that the other relationships aren't. Not to sit here and talk about ships on that one, but I just like the way how that was managed.
I don't know why we have comments disabled. Somebody said, "Thank you for doing the live chat. The last episode, I Am Farkle, really touched my heart. I am autistic. I have been since I was 6 years old. In my school days, me and my peers never talked about autism or any disability for that matter. Now times have changed where people in school and students do talk about it with each other. This episode means a lot to not just me and every single child and adult with autism, but everyone who has a mental and or physical disability." Jay, thank you for your comment.
Thank you. Wow.
So much.
We really loved the episode as well and thought it was a great thing for them to touch on. I don't have autism, but I do have a learning disability that I struggled with in high school. So I, appreciated them touching on at least something with that. With the autism spectrum. I think that was an excellent topic for them to touch on. Because there are a lot of children out there and stuff who deal with that.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll go deeper into the struggles that are about it too. I think there's a lot that they could do with that subject. It doesn't have to be just the one episode touch and go. I think there's a lot that they can do with it, and I hope that they do.
Yes, I agree. I don't know why some of these comments are being disabled on that one video, but yeah. Is there any comments on Facebook? I'm gonna look on Facebook.
I'm
like I said, I'm letting this run over to like 9:15 because we were a little late. So if you guys have 15 more minutes, then
I'm minutes. I'm looking. There's a comment that was along the lines of something we just said, and I'm looking for it. But
okay. Twitter and stuff.
Let's see. I don't see many, actually. Some we already answered.
So here's a question. So just to clear this up for anyone who's confused. One question says, will Season 3 take place in freshman year? Yes, the writers have made it clear that Season 3 will be the start of high school. So for those of you that are unclear about that, Season 3 will be start of high school, 9th grade. Yeah, that's what Season 3 is going to be about.
Somebody said, oh, hold on, the page is refreshing. Let's see if we have any questions. Nobody has submitted anything. One of you, like Dustin or Kendra, check the event page on the actual Hangout. What you do is you go to the Facebook event page, and then there's a link that links you to the actual event page on Google Hangout. Because I'm trying to refresh this. My computer's kind of... Seth said, ask Dustin how he thinks they'll tackle high school issues, knowing that it's on Disney. And he said that'll be interesting.
So in order for me to answer this question, I have to explain my theory about the future of the show. And my theory is Season 3 and Season 4 will be high school, and they will graduate high school at the end of Season 4. And then I believe they'll do 2 seasons of college, which will be on another network and/or platform. I think with high school, they're going to address issues that are real, like they have in middle school. I think they're going to be they're going to be a step up because the issues you face will be kind of up on a higher level. Will they address issues in high school the same way they did season 5 of Boy Meets World? As far as the drinking stuff and the prom stuff, I don't know how in depth they'll go with those things because it's Disney Channel. But Michael Jacobs has been very clear that Disney has given him flexibility, and I think I've seen that in several episodes. That they have given him flexibility. I think Telltale Tot in season 2 middle school age is a lot of flexibility that he got. So I think it's going to be fine. I really do. I think they'll do a good job in high school, and I think it'll be real. Whereas if you watch shows with high schoolers on other networks, CW, whatever it is, to me it's not real. To me, it's
Let me ask you this: that show that's on Disney Channel,
yes.
I Didn't Do It. Are they in high school?
I don't watch that show, so I don't know.
Okay, I don't think that's realistic at all. I don't mean to knock another Disney Channel show, but it does not seem realistic at all. So there are other things that are just like, well, that's just fake. But yeah, that very good point, sir. A very good point.
Girl Meets World is run by Michael Jacobs, who's big on making things real. Whereas I mean, I love Disney Channel, but most of Disney Channel shows are kind of silly. Like they're kind of silly. Girl Meets World is probably the most serious show I've seen on Disney Channel since I was in middle school, which was like early 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I hope that answers Seth's question. I know he's not listening, but
now all they need is Hillary Duff to come on there as a.
Oh my God, Seth would love that.
I would flip out.
Miss McGuire.
What if she's Lucas's mom, guys?
Oh my gosh! You know what I've thought about that would be fantastic, but I think, wouldn't it be cool if Rachel McGuire was in the Girl Meets Texas episodes?
I don't think
that's just speculation. I don't think she will.
I don't think she is, because number one, if she was Lucas' mom, I do not think that she would let him go. You know what I mean? Like Rachel was never portrayed as somebody that would do that. So I really don't think.
I kind of
Miley Cyrus
doing cool stuff. Oh yeah.
Somebody said I heard a rumor that Girl Meets World won't be renewed for season 3. Do you know how much of that rumor is?
It's crap.
It's crap. Yeah, I think there's no reason why it wouldn't be
approved or green, but it's crap. It's crap.
Somebody said we see more of Harley on the show. I think his rise from bully to a praised member of the school is interesting. I think we'll see a lot more of him. Yes.
Me too. Yeah.
He'll get a promotion to go to high school. I don't know if that's actually, but
like Mr. V.
Okay, so on a side note, did y'all notice? And I don't remember what episode it was, but there was one of the episodes where they were talking about how Feeney was their teacher growing up, and then he was in high school, and he was also their principal. And one of them was like, "That can't happen today, can it?" And Corey goes, "We'll see." Part of me has to believe that Corey's going to be principal starting season 3.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah.
If he's got a master's in administration, then I guess he can.
They'll find a loophole to make that happen.
Turner will be like, I'm just going to ignore the degree requirement because I'm the superintendent. I can do what I want.
Yeah.
Arts classes.
Oh, Seth is so funny. He's literally, I was just about to read a comment, and he brings up the same thing, like the same topic, same thing that person asked. The person asked is, well, I'm going to find it because I just lost it. It was something about, who was it that asked? Oh my God, I can't find it. It was about Sean and Katie. I think it was, do you think that we'll ever see them go on a date?
I think the writer said that we would. If I remember, the writer said that we would find out what happens.
I think we'll see them on a date, but I don't think we'll see the first date. I think that'll have happened off screen because I just don't think they're going to show at the beginning of season 2 and then wait like 9 months in Girl Meets World time to then have the. But yeah, I think we'll see it.
Yeah.
Oh, this says, are you going to make an episode where Sean and Katie go on a date? Yeah, I think they'll make one.
I'm a writer, yes, I will write that in the video.
I hope they go there. I want to see Sean be my stepfather because I think it's perfect. in every single way because he's so much like Maya. He gets her. He gets her more than anybody does. Like, even more than Riley. Like, Riley's her best friend, and Riley gets her in a different way.
Yeah.
Sean gets her. Sean gets her right on, and I love that.
I agree, but I want to see them develop that story over time. I don't want them to just rush into
Yeah, exactly. I agree. I hope it takes a while to get there because
Yeah.
otherwise, if they just get there, it's just like that's very anticlimactic.
And
There's a lot to
the very end of the
do.
show, like last season, they get married for like the last half of the last season. I'd be okay with that. I just wanted to take time. Anyway, sorry if I interrupted somebody.
I really can never tell. There's such a delay. I don't know who I'm interrupting.
No, you're fine. Somebody asked, when will Corey Matthews' little sister show up in an episode? Girl Meets World. We don't know the episode she's going to be on, but she is going to be. The writers have said numerous times that we will see Morgan again, so that'll be great.
Graduation. Part of me thinks she'll show up for graduation.
Yeah, well, that makes sense too. Yeah.
Because I don't know what other episode. Maybe I would love it if because we know Josh is going to be back for the New Year's episode. So I would love it if like Josh is with the girls and they get in trouble somehow and they get caught by Morgan. I just think because I just want to see Morgan be an older sister to Josh and just pick on him because I just think it'd be really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that would be funny. Yeah. Oh, Kendra brought up the other day. She wanted to talk about the article on Sabrina that MTV did about her positivity and everything. And to comment on that, I just think that girl she is so bright and like, you know, her views on like positivity and how positive she is great for this generation. I don't know if anybody saw that article.
What I'm very pleased in not only Sabrina but Rowan as well. But with Sabrina, can you imagine how successful she's going to be in the business?
Oh my God, she
Yes.
is so
Her voice is
talented.
already beating Taylor Swift to death. So of
My
course that's not
3-year-old
difficult.
nephew.
Anyway, you know, she is so fantastic. Her charisma, her training, like, you know, I'm a voice choir teacher. She absolutely has got some really serious training under her belt, and she's really good and she's growing. I mean, she's 16. She's growing. I can't wait to see what she's going to be able to do in music and in acting. It's going to be awesome.
I hope that she goes far with it. She doesn't just stop acting like a lot of the other people did.
Right.
Or
Or
the
let
boy-
us mind, like, go crazy and get on a wrecking ball or something.
Misty on Facebook, I want to read this comment because this is a great comment. She commented and she said, "Love watching this with my daughter. We talk about the lesson after every show." I absolutely think that is fantastic.
That's
Good parenting,
awesome.
Misty.
Yep.
Good
That's
parenting.
awesome. Good job.
Let me see.
Oh,
Twitter.
someone asked, do you think that we'll get a whole episode dedicated to Topanga?
We get an-
I was going to tell y'all something. One thing I would like to see is Marsha Cross come back as Topanga's mother, so that would be a good time to do that.
Yeah, that would be great.
I like Marsha Cross.
Have they ever had the same actors come back?
No,
No.
but
Like when the monkeys when her dad was in the monkey back in the 90s.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I agree. I hope we see her parents at some point.
Oh, that was a fail. I totally clicked on the wrong one. I clicked on an older Hangout. Wow. I was going to look at the questions on the YouTube, and I clicked on the wrong one. Kendra, are you on that page? Are you on the YouTube link?
Not now. I can get on.
Hold on, I got it. If there's any echoing, I apologize. I'm trying to get it. Okay, there's
I
probably
muted
less.
mine.
Somebody
here's a-
said,
Oh, no.
is it possible? Okay, here's one from Virginia. Virginia J on YouTube asked, Is it possible that other students from high school will show back up, like more of Sean's exes, and maybe even that one girl that was really annoying that was Topanga's friend at one point also? Will they maybe bring back some of the other people from the trailer park as well? Would love to see where all these people ended up, like Harley's lackeys.
Okay. So I heard a rumor that I'm blanking on the names now. Frankie and
The girl that she was referring to as Topanga's Brittany Murphy. Brittany Murphy passed away.
Yeah.
Ago. I would love to see Marla I think you say Sokoloff, guest star.
who was that? What did she play? Was she?
Did you guys watch Full House ever?
Yeah.
Yes.
She played Gia on Full House. Stephanie's friend Gia. I'd love to see her on there again.
So this is something I want to happen, and I don't know if will happen because I've already addressed this character, but I have from the beginning wanted to see Lauren show up. And they talked about
that'd be great.
I don't know if but I would love for like season 4, like senior trip, to happen to go skiing and happen to run into her skiing somewhere else that's not where they went before. I just think it'd be really funny. Just because I would just love to see like her family run into Corey's family and just have an episode where they interact.
Somebody said, who would you rather see more of, Zay or Smackle? I like both of them, to be honest with you.
Yeah, both. They both think something different to the show. So.
Yeah, another tweet was like, are you Team Ruckus or Lakaya? I'm not Team anybody. I don't care who I'm to. I do hope Lucas and Maya end up together, but if Lucas and Riley end up together in the end, I won't mind it. My hope is for Lucas and Maya.
I will be very, very honest with this. I am Team Writers, and I want them to do whatever they want to do until the story.
Exactly.
They know what they're doing, hopefully.
I have. There are relationship dynamics I would like to see, but again, if I don't get to see what I want to see, that's okay because I don't write the show. It's not my show. I just enjoy it, and so I don't want the writers to feel pressure from the fans to do what the fans want. I want the writers to tell the story they want to tell, and send the messages they want to.
Exactly.
Because they do a good job at that, and they shouldn't be bullied into doing whatever they want to do. And that's the downside of social media today, is that you have all these fans that are going to lash out at you if you don't do what they want you to do.
Yeah.
Like how divisive some fans got when Angela came back.
Right.
Yeah, cyberbullying, would be another great topic for them to touch on because there's a lot of that going on today.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's really unfortunate.
You know, it's and not to make a joke of cyberbullying because it's not a joke. It happens, but wouldn't it surprise me if they have some one-off line towards all the fans that tweet them all the time in that episode?
We have a great question on Twitter. Somebody said, will they base their lessons in Girl Meets World involving the other classmates' problems? I think that'd be interesting.
I would love to see Sabrina's sister get more involved because she does a lot and she's so talented, being the backup singer and being in all those scenes. I would really like to see her get more time on screen because I think she deserves it.
She does a good job with what she's done, so what she's so far. So.
All right, guys. So it's getting we've been doing this for like over an hour now. I think we gotta wrap it up. But it's been fun. I love that I was worried that because we changed the night, we wouldn't get a lot of input or questions. Everybody seems to like it, so I like that. So I think we should wrap this up for now.
Yep.
Are you guys gonna be Dustin and Kendra? You'll be available next weekend, right?
I'll tell you in about 10 seconds. Let me look at my calendar. Well, maybe it's going to be more like 20. Hold on. Bear with me. Please, you're not timing me, right? Yes, I'm good next weekend.
You're going to be? Okay, good.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to get some older fans, I think, because next weekend is the Corey and Topanga episode. Yeah. I'm going to try to get fans of the first generation to join us.
Yeah.
Different ones, because I think that would be great.
Yeah.
To do. And I think that's what I'm going to try to do, whatever the episode is about, people who relate to it, if there's any more teachers you want to get involved, I love hearing from teachers. I think that's awesome.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
So I think I'll do that every once in a while. Kim, I'm sorry that it took you forever to get on with us. I don't know what was happening there. But thank you for joining us. Thank you, Kaylin, for joining us.
Thank you. I've so enjoyed it.
We appreciate it.
It was a good
Yes, we
time.
appreciate it. I was so worried that we weren't going to get anybody on there, that it was just going to be me and Kendra and Dustin.
It's
We
fine.
can
talk for an hour and 15 minutes,
Yeah.
three of us. I mean, wouldn't be
Yeah.
near exciting, but we can do it.
So thank you guys
Yeah,
for
thank you.
joining us.
Mhm.
We will let the viewers know what we're going to cover next week.
Yep.
As far as topic goes, and it was nice chatting with you all.
Nice to meet all of you. Y'all have a
Nice
great
to
week.
meet you too.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Seth
Thank
loved
you.
hearing from you, Kaylin. He thought you were great and funny, so I like to have his input. He joins us because he's always busy with work and he sometimes doesn't feel like he's involved, but I like to put him out there, like let everybody know that he is the owner of the website. Without him, we
Yep.
wouldn't have the website. So thank you, Seth, for all you do.
Thank you.
And so thank you, everyone. I'll get with you guys, you and Dustin and Kendra. I'll get with you guys probably right after to talk about next week.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.